dear friends, it's Komenda here, and I am back with my layout made in 2024. I will be working with the brand new Mintay Papers collection called Traveler, and it has this vintage vibe of golden age of travels like Orient Express, steam trains, hot air balloons, first airplanes. So if you like this kind of vintage travel theme, this collection is just perfect for you. And I have some pictures taken during our trip via steam train in Netherlands. We were taking the route from Medemblik to Hoorn. Um, I probably do not pronounce it as I should, but it was such a lovely trip and I have plenty of pictures. We were also visiting the train museum, but I will have a separate layout made with this not layout album made with this collection. And I decided to use one of the scenes papers. So if you are not familiar with Mintay Papers, each of their collection has at least 3 scenes papers, so it's basically a ready to go composition. You just add your picture, uh, only a title, a few minor embellishments, and the layout is ready. And I call it like a cheat page because honestly you do not need to do much to create a layout with these papers. So I chose this steam train paper, and I'm building a composition around the central train. So I want it to be visible. So I have 11 smaller pictures. They are approximately 2 by 2 inches, and I'm backing each photo with a light paper. This one is from paper number 9. It's not directly in the collection, it's the paper with elements for fussy cutting, but the B-side has this very soft pattern, and this will make the pictures pop from the darker and busy background. So I'm backing each picture with piece of the paper. They are all exactly the same papers, so I'm just adding this extra layer, and I will be also adding a layer of cardboard under each picture to make the photos pop even more from the page, because as you can see my background is busy, so it's already a pre-designed composition, so basically you don't need to do anything. But with so many pictures around the steam train, I just wanted to highlight them a little bit more. Of course, you can only scrapbook one photo, add it on the top left corner, and you will be just perfect with your page. But honestly, I love those papers, but I like to add something extra from myself. So I usually use those scene papers partially, or like this, creating my own sort of layout, because again, it feels like cheating. It feels like too easy. It feels like creative process wasn't enough given into the creating of the page, so I feel kind of guilty, I would say. But for many of you who would like to make quick pages to kind of catch up with your memories, this is just the perfect idea. So I glued down the pictures, and now I will embellish everything using those tickets. They are cut out from a 6 by 8 add-on book. Mintay Papers add this add-on book to all of their collections, and it has some extra patterns, but it also has pages with elements for fussy cutting, and those tickets are especially for me to die for, because I love those kind of elements to kind of tag behind pictures. This is my go-to style, I would say, tag something behind the photos, so those tickets are just perfect. I fussy cutted the whole page out of them, and I will just add them to my ephemera pack later to enrich the designs for further projects. So I'm just adding those tickets behind pictures. Some of them I'm cutting in half because they will not be visible, and the pictures are already glued down, so it's not so easy to tag the whole ticket behind them, and so in some cases I need to cut only a piece of the ticket. And this way I save more tickets. But Honestly, I'm not doing it because it saves elements. I still have plenty of those to play, so I'm just, I need to work with what I have when it comes to glued down elements. So the tickets are done, and now I'm going through die cuts pack, and you can already see I group them into two separate piles, which means that I group them into the elements that I might use and into the elements that I will for sure not use while making this page. I just needed something smaller that can be added on top of the picture or can be hidden behind of the picture, but not too big. That's why all the elements on the left are kind of taken out of the equation. This is something I like to do. I like to go through my ephemera pieces to pre-select some group of elements that I might use and just put away elements that I'm pretty sure I will not use. Depending on the project, sometimes they do not match with theme, sometimes they do not match with size, sometimes they do not match with color. So I already know that from 50 elements, I will not use, let's say, 20 or 30. So it narrows down my choices, and it's easier for me to work this way when I create layouts or albums. So I don't have so many options. And if you don't have so many options, embellishing doesn't take so much time as usual when you go through stickers, all sorts of stickers, because many collection has like 5 or 6 different sticker sets, through embellishments, papers. So having too much choice sometimes can be damaging and can slow you down. Of course, we love all the pretty embellishments in all of the collections, but in some cases they just slow us down. I cut it out few of those luggage stamps. I don't know how to call them, vintage stamps, from one of the 12 by 12 paper to add them into the page, and I chose two in red-ish color for a little bit of color added onto my pictures. And as you can see, the steam train is still perfectly visible in the background. Maybe not the whole one, but the idea of the steam train is visible and our mind knows what is there. Now it's time to create a title. It will be Steam Train Adventure, and I'm just using two different alphabet stickers. Those are some older stickers, or maybe not even stickers. I don't remember exactly what collection they came from. As you can see, they are already well used. I do not have letter A, but I'm just using letter V turned upside down as a letter A, so I'm trying to be more creative with creating new letters. So it will be steam train. I don't know, I still want to say steampunk, so if I said so, don't worry, I mean steam train. I don't know, the steampunk just imprinted in my head. And this is the alpha set that I got from my time when I was in Hip Kit Club, which is like many, many years ago, but the font is very fancy, so it doesn't match to many pages, at least for me, because I prefer simple fonts. But for this vintage-like page, it will be just perfect. Plus, I was looking for something white to stand out from the background, because black would just blend into the background of the paper, of the layout. So I'm just creating word adventure, and I will be gluing it down, and it doesn't show on the video, but I added some extra glue under each letter. Those puffy kind of like letters, they do not stick well. Most of the stickers do not stick well, so most of them need extra glue to stay more permanent. Otherwise, they will stick for a while, and then you will put your layout aside and the letters will just start popping out. So it's better to add glue now than to kind of wish you have done it when all the letters will be gone. So my title is done. It's a steampunk adventure, and I thought I need some extra words here and there, so I reached for those sticker sheet. This is the stickers from a previous Mintay collection called Next Trip, and it has those rows of words on the bottom, and I'm just using them, and there is all aboard, ticket please, ticket to ride, and stuff like this. So all the wording we have heard during our trip. And the best part of this trip was that there will people, staff of the train, dressed in vintage costumes. So um, the manager of the train, I don't know how to say it in English, had this kind of a suit, and there was a salesman with a briefcase, few ladies that were traveling by train in their vintage dresses. So everything was like perfect. It was looking great, and you really could feel the adventure and the spirit of vintage travels by steam train. So it was wonderful experience. If you would ever go to Netherlands, I would highly recommend taking this steam train trip. It's from Medemblik to Horn, and you can take the boat first to Medemblik, and then you come back with a steam train to Horn, and from Horn, I don't remember the name from where the ship started, but you just come back with a regular Netherlands Dutch train, but two parts of the journey are done with vintage vintage vessels. I don't know if it's a correct word. So here it is. My layout is done. I also added two suitcases. They are cutted out from a 6x8 paper pack. And here are a few close-ups of my page. As you can see, it looks very, very busy, very full, even though I only added pictures and some minor embellishments. And as I said, I will be back with album made with this collection for sure. Thank you so much for staying with me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Here are some other videos you may like. And don't forget to come back. I hope to record more videos this year, because I think I will have more time. So see you soon. Bye.